This is a Radiomaster with a screen where you can adjust all of the parameters. And this is a Radiomaster without a screen, but you can still adjust all of the same parameters, but just in a different way. Welcome to the tutorial. Let me explain. The first thing you're going to want to do then is prepare the controller to go into what is called the web user interface. But this is the very first thing that we need to do in order to use the configurator. So we're going to hold down the M button, plug the cable in, and then power it on while still holding the M button down. And I'll take you over to the PC now and show you what that's done. Right, what that's done now, as you can see here, is it's brought up Radiomaster T8L on a COM port when we hit connect on the web URL. So we're going to hit connect. First of all, the web page up here, radiomaster-rc-github, blah, blah. I'm going to leave a link to that in the description down below, so you don't have to worry about typing it out, copying and pasting it, and so on and so forth. But what you've got here now is you've got all the different settings that you're going to possibly need. So you can actually set up the individual single switches on the end, so the SA and the SD. You can have them, instead of just being clicky switches, to be double clicky switches or single clicky switches, which will give you 2 and 3 positions, which is really good, to be fair. You can adjust the volume of the beeps and the different types of beeps. You've got a lost receiver, a receiver loss warning. You have got the low power warning. Hopefully that gets resolved before too long. You've got the serial number there. I probably should blank that out. And then you've got some further information underneath that with regards to the device, etc. Moving into channels, and let me just turn the camera on so that we've got a bit of a joined up approach here. But you can see, obviously, you've got your different channels and you can readjust and remap them how you wish. So as an example, what I was saying before about double and single clicks, this, when you let go of it, returns back to its original starting position. If you change it here to a single, and then go into channels now, it will act as a 2-position switch. So then you've got your channel settings, so you can reverse the channels, you can add dead bands, so on and so forth in here. Obviously you've got your channel mapping, so you know which channel is which. So it's just showed you which one you were looking at, and this will now tell you which one is your elevators, rudder, throttle and roll. You've got trim and sub trim if you need it. And obviously it tells you what mode you're in. So I'm currently in mode 2. Now, if you want to change your power settings, this is how you do it. So you come into here and you can select max power. Now max power is 100 milliwatts anyway. You can set dynamic power on, which will obviously help with conserving that battery life, but it's not really needed. You can enable the Wi-Fi. The reason for this is you can then go into the ELRS configurator and change and update your ELRS via that configurator. You've got your packet rate, which is currently set to standard. Switch modes, link modes, model match. You can also bind in this configurator as well. You can recalibrate it all as well, just in case it's not sat nicely for you, but mine isn't a problem at all. And then you've got the firmware upgrade. So I hope you found that tutorial useful. Let me know in the comments down below. Drop a comment. Any other questions, any other tutorial requests that you've got whatsoever, please do also drop them down there in the comments. But until the next video, thank you so much for watching. Have a great Christmas. Peace out. YouTube and I have had a chat, and we believe that this is the video that you'll like the most. So watch it and let me know if they're right.